Hi, my beautiful GlinaArtistic family. It is your paint manufacturer's mentor, and yes, I am officially back. Yeah, I just completed my exam as a certified paint chemist, and I have returned with powerful knowledge to share with you all. And in today's tutorial, which is the Paint Manufacturing Business Masterclass, also called the PMB Masterclass, I will show you the differences between just knowing paint and mastering the art of turning paint into a real business that brings profit, recognition, and long-term growth. For some of us that don't know what we're doing in paint manufacturing business, it is a long-term growth. You understand? So because in today's world, you understand, skills are moving people places. You understand, where your educational background cannot take you to. You understand, skills are creating wealth. Skills are becoming retirement plan for those of us that are still working. You understand, and the paint manufacturing business is one of the most powerful yet underrated high income skills. Yeah, you can learn whether you are a painter. Yes, whether you're a painter, you are a contractor, you are a builder, you understand, you are a site manager, you're an architect, you understand, even if you're into real estate development, those are realtors, you understand, or you're just passionate about transforming your space. You understand? So this video will open your eyes to real power of becoming a paintpreneur and the necessary things you need to know for those of us that want to start a paint manufacturing business. And like I said, this BMP, it's a free masterclass. So what you need to do for me is to let me know where you're watching from. Go into the comment section and type I am present. You understand? Because I'm going to give you all this tutorial for free. Welcome back to GlinaArtistic Paint Education, the #1 YouTube channel for mastering paint formulation, color mixing, packaging, labeling, design, branding, pricing, and business strategy, and marketing, selling, even when no one is buying. My name is Glina, and I help paint entrepreneurs and builders become satisfied, confident paint manufacturer. We post new videos every week to help you build a paint brand that dominates your market. So if this is your first time, then hit the subscription bell and turn on the notification, and drop a comment below where you're watching from. I hope hearing from you. So now in today's video, we have 3 sections. Like I said, this video is a free PMB Masterclass, which is the Paint Manufacturing Business Masterclass. So where I'm going to be splitting this 3 sections for you. The first section is, which is the P, which is the paint, types of paint, because we all know that most of us that are new, that wants to start the skill, have to know the different types of paint. And then we'll talk about the M, which is the manufacturing process. You understand, which we have the formulation, the production, the equipment. This falls under the manufacturing process. And of course, we cannot do without the B, which is the business. You understand, because for you to start a skill, you want to monetize it. That means you want to start selling to make money. So you should understand the business side of each business when you want to start your business. So if you're going to be starting paint manufacturing business, then this B is where you need to put your complete focus on. And of course, those of us that are already existing paint manufacturing, you understand, you have to learn the business side the right way. And that is why your business is finding it difficult to survive, because you don't know what this B is all about. So what is the B? We're talking about branding, pricing, selling, and marketing. You understand? So we're going to take it section by section. I don't want this video to be too long. We're going to have the section 1 where I'm going to be explaining what paint is all about, and then the section 2, which is the manufacturing process, and then the section 3, which is the B, which is the business process. You understand? So let's dive straight into today's tutorial. Part 1, which is the understanding paint and chemical process and color psychology. You understand? So let's start from the very beginning. What exactly is paint? A lot of us don't know what paint is, but we know that this is just paint. So paint is a liquid or paste that transforms into a solid, decorative and protective layer. It beautifies, protects, preserves and adds value to everything it touches. You understand? So now we have different types of paint. We have the emulsion paint, which is the water-based paint, best for walls and ceiling. You understand? And then we have gloss paint. You understand? Which is the glossy paint, the shines finishes for wood, doors and metal. You understand? Which is the oil-based paint. And we have satin and sleek paints, which is smooth luxury for interior finishes. You understand? Then we have the texture paint, which we have the Graphitex paint or the Graffiato, bold, thick, decorative wall coating, and also these test coat fall under it as well. Then we have the primer and the undercoat and the base coat for prepared surface for durability. So these are for preparation. You understand? And we've talked about the oil-based paint, which is durable and slow drying. Then we have the industrial coating, which you have the epoxy, PU and floor coating. So now, what is color? You understand? Color is an emotion psychology. It affects mood, energy and space design. And that is why a lot of people don't know how to use colors. But if you know this function of color, then you know what it's meant for. So we have categories of colors. We have the warm colors, which are red, yellow, orange, which are bold and energetic. Then we have the cool colors, which are blue, green, purple. They are calm and professionalism. Then we have the natural colors, which are white, beige, gray, clean and balanced. Then also we have the Asian colors, which are gold, black, silver. They are luxury and it's good for statement. You understand? So you use color science to position your brand, connect with your buyers and create premium products, which moves us to number 2, this section 2, which is the manufacturing and advanced formulation process. Now let's talk about real chemistry. You understand? This is where the skills become profits. Yes. So paint manufacturing is the science of blending chemicals, pigments and binders to make a stable, attractive and high performing products. You understand? Now let's look at the core chemical for paint production. We have water, which is solvents, especially in emulsion paint and matte paint. Then 2, we have titanium dioxide, hides the its opacity and its white pigment. You understand? So we have 3, the calcium carbonate adds bulk and body to the paint. We have acrylic binder, which is durable and it has adhesion and strengthening to the paint. Then we have the thickener, the nitrosol or HPMC adds viscosity. And then we have ammonia, which is the activator to the thickener and a pH stabilizer. Then we have defoamer, removes foams and bubbles. Then we have preservative, which are biocide. You understand? They fight bacteria and mold, which is the in-can preservative. Then we have the texanol and butylene glycol, which are the dispersion agent and colorants. Then we have the colorants for vibrant, consistent shades, which are your paste or oxide. We have the DOP, adds gloss and smoothness for satin and gloss paint. Then now we move over to the equipment needed for beginners. We have the plastic mixing drum, we have the hand or electrical stirrer, we have the digital scale or the analog scale. We have the fine measure, which is for your clothes for shifting, very important. We have the measuring cups, you can use anything though. And then we have the durable packaging containers, which is the plastic or the can. This is affordable, you understand, and good for your packaging. For accuracy is everything, you understand. So one wrong game can crash your production. One skip of chemical can destroy the paint strength of finishing. So now formulation is not guesswork. It is science with money at stake. You understand? So number 3 is the branding and marketing. which is the B. You understand, the paint business strategy. Now let's shift the gear from chemistry to business. You understand, because even in your paint, if your paint is amazing, if your branding is weak, you will lose to your competitors. You understand, with cheap quality product. So one is branding and packaging. So you have to choose a unique, memorable name. Create a professional label. Use consistent branding colors. Add a paint fragrance if possible, if you want to maintain that fragrance for your brand. Look premium even before your customers test your paint. And then 2, marketing and sales. You have to use your social media to market. You understand? I keep saying this to my students. Offer free painting tips or teaching to attract clients. If you don't teach, what are they going to buy? And so record customer testimonies. The third is pricing psychology. Stop selling based on fear or cost price instead. You understand? You understand? You have to sell based on the quality. A cheap looking paint sells cheap. A premium brand paint earns confidence and more money, you understand, to the individual. So now, why do people learn from Glina Paint Artistic? The reason is that we have advanced paint formulation, 100% practical tutorials for beginners and experts, coaching on branding, price and packaging, and one-on-one business section, and a supportive paint community to grow, you understand, with our students. You understand? So if this sounds like what you want, you can go in the link description and reach out to us so we can start and guide you through on how to start your own paint manufacturing business. You understand? So thank you for watching this paint manufacturing business masterclass, the BPM masterclass. Now you understand the science of paint, the power of branding, and the secret of creating a real paint business. If you got value for this tutorial, then hit the like button, and of course drop your comment below. Let us know where you're watching from. You understand, I really appreciate to know where you are watching from. In that way we know that you like what we're doing, you understand, and videos, you understand. So skill will pay your bills. Paint manufacturing is a skill that will never go out of style, you understand. So this is Glina, the paint manufacturer's mentor, signing out. So stay active, stay committed. Let's paint the future one formula at a time. So thank you, like I said, for joining in today. And if you are kind of a bit confused, you want more clarity, go to the description below and book your free clarity call, where I'm going to help you understand better what you need to know about starting a lucrative paint manufacturing business from scratch with what you can afford with, you understand, because starting a business with luxury tended to make you miss out from the real starter of a business. But when you start with whatever you have, you can now nurture this business and grow this business into an empire. And in that way, you would have learned from so many challenges that is going to build you to become a professional. So bye. See you till next time.